Good day, ma'am. Today we will learn to write a critique paper. Objective. In this lesson, you should be able to do the following. First, understand the principles of writing effective reviews and critiques. Second, write a critique paper in a work of art. Third, write a critique on an event or program. Introduction. We're ready to write a critique, following guidelines and principles to make it more effective. We will learn to critique art, events, and programs as they differ from writing a critique about a written work. Matuto tayong pumuna sa sining, mga kaganapan at mga programa. Dahil ang pagpuna sa mga ito ay naiiba sa pagsulat ng isang kritika tungkol sa isang nakasulat na akda. Sa panahon ngayon, hindi na masyadong pinapansin ng mga kabataan ang mga kritiko o critics of art. And here are some things to remember before you try writing a whole critic. Approaching a work. Kung ang iyong particular na layunin para sa iyong pagpuna ay tumulong na mapabuti ang pagsusulat ng isang tao o gabayan ang iba sa pagpili kung aling mga artikulo ang babasahin o iwasan. Kung gayon may ilang bagay na dapat mong tandaan sa pagsisimula mong basahin ang gawa ng isang tao. First, be genuine o maging tunay ka sa iyong kritiko. Avoid being brutal o iwasan mong maging brutal sa iyong kritiko. Do not be too timid o huwag kang masyadong mahiya sa iyong kritiko. Genre and intended audience. It is important when writing a critique to be aware of the original works and genre and intended audience. Sabi daw dito na mahalaga kapag nagsusulat ng kritika na magkaroon ng kamalayan sa genre ng original na akda at nilalayong madla. Before we judge the work of the original creator and his or her methods, it is best to be aware or at least have an idea of what kind of work it is or what genre it is in, as well as its intended audience. Sabi rito, bago natin husgahan ang gawa ng orihinal na lumikha at ang kanyang mga pamamaraan, pinakamahusay na magkaroon ng kamalayan o hindi bababa sa magkaroon ng idea kung anong uri ito ng trabaho o kung anong genre ito, gayon din ang nilalayong madla nito. Critiquing works of art. Critiquing pictures, paintings, and other works of art can be tricky. After all, it is not exactly the same as critiquing written works. However, it can follow the same format and features as any other critic. In addition, a critique is an oral or written discussion strategy used to analyze, describe, and interpret works of art. Critics help students to hone their persuasive oral and writing, information gathering, and justification skills. Description. First, you have to describe the work of art in question. This is similar to summarizing a written work before critiquing it. Here are some questions you can answer in order to describe a work of art. First, what is the name of the artwork? When was it made? And who is its creator? Second, what medium did the artist use for the artwork? This sample description is straightforward and answers the questions. It gives the name of the painter, the title of the artwork, and the date the painting was made. Do not worry if you can't find the date the work of art was made, as this is not always readily available. It then provides a short descriptions of the techniques, colors, shapes, and other can be seen in the painting. Analysis. The next step in writing a critique is to evaluate the elements of the painting mentioned in the description and how they connect to one another. This sample analysis is able to address the primary elements used in the painting, particularly the mountains and the knights at the center. Always remember that when giving a critique, it is the best way to give both the positive and negative comments. Ideally, give the positive first before moving on to the negatives, or sandwich the negatives between the positives. Interpretation. Now think about what the message or goal of the artwork is through its elements and use of the principles of art. Judgment. Finally, express your overall opinions on the artwork. The short sample combines both the interpretation and the judgment in one paragraph. It describes the feeling evoked by the painting and gives opinions in a final evaluation of the work. Brainstorming. Before the event, brainstorm and prepare a list of things you wish to evaluate from the event. Description. Much like the summary from written text or the description for visual artwork, you must also describe the event first so that the readers who are not familiar with the event or the organization are more informed. The sample description is able to introduce the title and date of the event along with the organizations and itinerary. It is simple and does not go into detail yet. Evaluation. After the description, you can begin your evaluation of the event. The sample provided further description of the talk before providing an evaluation of the speaker and his talk. Again, it is important to mention both the strengths and weaknesses of the event. Also, feel free to be more descriptive and specific of the individual parts of the event when you really get into detail of the parts you like and dislike. You are able to help out the organizations even more when they plan a similar event in the future. Last but not the least, judgment. Finally, express your overall opinions on the event you attended. The judgment details the feelings of the author of the critic and is once more able to address the overall strengths and weaknesses of the event, concluding with a final evaluation. It is important to include a recommendation to the organizer, if you can, on how you think their event can be improved. Keep in mind that this is the typical goal of an event critic. Thank you for listening and God bless.